Have you ever wondered how to turn your lead magnet into an evergreen sales machine? Are you afraid of using a lead magnet because you might be afraid of attracting tire kickers that aren't really ready to buy? Well, guess what? They're never going to be ready to buy if you don't nurture them. In all of these years of using ThriveCart, I just went back and pulled my numbers. Email marketing has been the number one reason I have made $192,000 in one stream of revenues in 4 years? Insanity, guys. So what I have done is I have brought a guest onto the channel. Jenny Roth is a conversion copywriter for coaches and service providers. Now, don't run away just yet because you're not a coach or service provider, because I guarantee you can learn something from Jenny. I got to chatting with Jenny and I realized her methodology is the same framework that I use in my own business and I have been super successful with. Because social media is rapidly changing, because platforms are so unpredictable, because blogs are even harder to rank on Google these days, I wanted to bring you, because I trust you guys can make really good decisions for yourself, but I also want to help you to make good decisions too. So I've decided to bring you a copywriting expert to talk to you about how to frame the emails that you send to your audience after you give them a lead magnet. I want to help you make more sales in your business. If you're driving traffic to your lead magnets with Pinterest, you need this in your business. If you're driving traffic with ads or organic social media posts or in-person meetups, it doesn't matter. You need this in your business. So I'm going to share Jenny with you now. She's going to walk you through the framework that you need to set up a sales generating machine inside of your email marketing service. What emails you need to send, what to include in them, how to talk to your people, what pacing you should have, when to pitch. All of that information has been included. I've seen the video. It's good, and I think you're going to enjoy it.
Hey everyone, hey Heather, my name is Jenny Roth and I am so excited to be sharing with you today a little bit about what happens after someone downloads your lead magnet and they're in your email funnel, which is the goal, right? That's what everyone's talking about. That's what everyone wants to achieve. So what happens when you have a lead magnet, people are downloading it, and you have them on your email list, and you're like, oh my gosh, now what? Okay, so I want to talk through with you a couple of different strategies that you can employ or use to make sales from your lead magnet into your email funnel. The first thing that I want to say is we're really going to be talking about a true evergreen funnel in this video, right? But this funnel that I'm going to teach you works really, really well if we are selling digital products, memberships, low ticket offers, things priced like $4.97, maybe $9.97 and lower. And so that's kind of what we are looking to sell here. And so this is going to be a true funnel that leads to an evergreen offer. Doors are always open. You want people to join your email list and you want to make sales automatically by sending out this series of emails that goes out automatically to them when they join your email list. So this is one strategy. This is going to be the one that we're going to go over today. But I also want to just share with you, there's a couple other ways that you can do it, and I'm going to kind of pull those other strategies out as we go through and we're talking. So the very first thing that you need, of course, is a lead magnet, and everyone listening to this training, I'm assuming, already does. So you have a lead magnet, you are promoting it on Pinterest, if you're in Heather's world, right? Social media, all the places, and you're getting people to download it. The very first thing you need in your email sequence is an email that goes out instantly as soon as they download the thing that delivers their freebie, that delivers their lead magnet. If there's a mistake to be made here that I see, it's sometimes we have people opting into our lead magnets and then we're just giving them the video or just giving them the download on the screen, so that people get used to seeing your name in their inbox and they can know that they're going to expect emails from you. I cannot recommend enough that you deliver your lead magnet to their email address, right? So you can have a thank you page that comes up after they download the lead magnet that says, thank you so much. Your free thing is coming to your inbox. It's coming from this email address. If you don't see it in the next 5 minutes, email me. I'll help you out, etc. That thank you page could also be a tripwire, right? So that could also be a, hey, your free thing is on its way right now. And while I'm sending it, in the next 5 minutes, you can get this other mini offer from me for $7 or something like that, right? So have them opt into your lead magnet, have a thank you page that comes up, either like with a tripwire or a mini upsell or just a plain old thank you. Go to your inbox to get the thing, okay? So they go to their inbox and they get the first email from you, and that email is going to deliver their lead magnet. Okay, so one thing that is super important to do in this email, subject lines could be like your free XYZ open, right? Kind of like that, just so they know that it's the free thing is there. But do sell it a little bit in this email, right? Like just because they've downloaded your thing, I think we kind of get into this mindset like my work is done, they've downloaded the thing. But use this email to get them excited about the thing, like, hey, first name, I'm so happy you're here. You just downloaded my free thing, and that tells me that you're this kind of person and you want to achieve this. Like, friend, you're the good news, right? Like, when you download this free thing, here's what's going to happen for you. What are you waiting for? Get in here right now, okay? So use your first email that delivers the lead magnet to, again, kind of sell the lead magnet. Even though they've already opted in and they're like, yeah, I want to download it, still use that first email to like reaffirm or reassure them like, hey, you downloaded something really cool and here's what it's going to do for you and here's why you want to like actually consume this free thing that you downloaded, okay? So the second email that's going to go out in your funnel is, I call it the about you, or what to expect by being on my list. You're going to send this email 2 to 4 hours after email number 1, or you can send it at the same time as email number 1. Either way works, okay? So you're going to send it at the same time as email number 1, so they're going to get 2 emails from you right away, or send it just a couple hours after, okay? And this email is really important. A lot of people try to do too much in this first email. They're like, here's my lead magnet, and also here's 5 facts about me, and also here's where you can find me on Instagram, and also join my Facebook group, and all of these things. Like, this email should just deliver the lead magnet. That is the goal, okay? Rule of 1 in email marketing: have one call to action, one thing we really want people to do. So you can take this second email. You're going to put a subject line on it that simply says, welcome to my list. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to my list. Here's what to expect. Hey, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my email list. Like, just something friendly and warm like that. And you're going to use this email to just say, hey, you are getting this email because you downloaded my free thing, and link to that again, right? Which you can get here if you haven't checked it out already. Since you joined my email list, I wanted to just take a couple minutes to tell you who I am and what to expect by being here, right? And then you tell them who you are and what you do and how often you're going to email them, right? So I really use this email to set them up for the funnel too. So I'll say something like, I'm an email strategist and copywriter, an email and sales page strategist and copywriter. And over the next week, I'm going to be emailing you every day as I share with you details on XYZ program and how to achieve XYZ thing, and et cetera, et cetera. And then after that, you'll hear from me once a week. And this is like an email where you set expectations. It's like the warm hello, like, hi, this is who I am. This is what my email list is all about. This is why you want to stick around, okay? So after you have those first 2 emails, you're going to go into what I call a nurture sequence, okay? So this nurture sequence is 3 to 7-ish emails in length. It depends on you and your lead magnet, and you're going to send them 24 hours apart. So you're going to email them every single day, which is cool because you told them up here in email number 2 that you're going to be emailing them every day. So they already know that it's coming, and they are fully on board, and they opted in for that, right? So I always kind of tell people that, because sometimes when you see, oh my gosh, I'm going to email people every day, I couldn't possibly, they're never, no, like, someone just joined your list. They literally want to hear from you. Like, hand raised high, I joined your list. Like, I think if there's a mistake to be made, it's delivering this lead magnet and then waiting a week to email somebody again. They won't remember who you are. Chances are they won't if you do that, because we get so many emails, right? So deliver your lead magnet, tell them who you are, tell them you're going to be emailing them a lot this week, and then go on in and do it, okay? Okay, so the goal of your nurture sequence emails is to enhance, teach, reshare, reiterate the main points taught in your lead magnet. So this should feel like a giant sigh of relief, because I'm not really asking you to write like 3 to 5 new emails on totally new topics. What you're going to do is you're going to take the main points from your lead magnet, and you're just going to reshare mini bite-sized lessons in this nurture sequence. Okay, so let's say your lead magnet is 3 ways to build a converting Pinterest strategy. Okay, so your nurture sequence on the first day could be the first main point of building a Pinterest strategy, and on the second day you can give them the second point on building that strategy. On the third day, you can give them the third point. Okay, so you're taking each day to just reshare, reteach, reiterate everything that you are giving them in your lead magnet. So take the 3 to 5 top points out of that lead magnet and go ahead and use your nurture sequence to educate and keep sharing. And you might think it's redundant, but how many times do you download a free thing and you read that download or watch that video? Like, do you watch the whole thing? Do you download it and read it all and have it all absorbed? Or does it take some time, right? So by doing this, you are just, it's so customer service forward. You are like giving people the information. You're giving them more chances to consume it, to get to know you and to learn, and for it to really, really stick. When I do nurture sequences, I include very short 5-minute or less videos in each of these emails, right? So if I'm teaching on Pinterest strategy, my first nurture sequence email would be like, hey, you downloaded, like I taught you in my free download, XYZ, which you got a couple days ago. One of the main things you need to do to have a fire Pinterest strategy is this. Click the video below and I'm going to tell you all about it, right? And then that video, inserting that in there does so much for, we're in an email funnel, but we all know video and audio is one of the best ways for people to really get to know you, right? And so by including short video and these nurture sequence emails, I think you are icing on the cake, so to speak, or going above and beyond and the way that you serve your email list. So include short 5-minute or less videos of you in each of these emails, just sharing on the topic that you're teaching. And always include your call to action, like, hey, now that you know this first step or this first tip, come back tomorrow because we're going to build on this with the second part, okay? Also, throughout this nurture sequence, you can name drop your program that you're going to be selling or the offer you're going to be selling and client stories anytime, right? So if you're teaching on here, you could be like, I'm teaching on this topic about Pinterest strategy. My client, Sarah, did this just the other day, and this is what happened to her. It was so cool. You can name drop things. You're not hard selling, but you are name dropping your program, right? And I like to include in these emails too, PS or PPS, are you in a take action kind of mood? Here's my program. It'll help you fast track everything I'm teaching you right now. Click here for details. So you are selling the program, but you're mostly just name dropping it and really, really giving. Okay, so these are all education, all value emails that reinforce what they are already learning in the lead magnet. It's not a hard sell. Then you're doing that, right? 3 to 5 emails, really going into this nurture sequence, and then we're going to pitch the offer. Okay, we're going to start a pitch sequence, and this is how you start it. Okay, your clients won't even know, or your email subscribers won't even know that they are going from the nurture to the pitch. It's just so fluid. So after you've done this nurturing, you've shared the main points from your lead magnet, you've given some really great education, you've sent videos, they are knowing you, they know how you teach, they know what you're about. You're going to have an email, a subject line in this first pitch sequence email is going to be doors are open to blank offer. Share your offer promise, right? Build a Pinterest strategy you love in the next 2 weeks, whatever that is, doors are open. And you're going to just simply say, now that you know how to do XYZ, from my lead magnet, from these last few days, from my emails, right? You might be also realizing that you want to do this, right? Or you might also want to do this other thing, right? So now that I've told you how to do XYZ, you might also want ABC, so to speak. And you're going to fill in the gap from what they learned in the lead magnet and those emails that you created from that lead magnet to what they get in the offer. In this way, your pitch feels very natural. Hey, over the last few days, I've showed you how to do this thing in my emails, and you might also be wanting to do this other thing now too, or you might want to take it even further, or you might be realizing you want to do this, right? So how you bridge the gap from your lead magnet to your paid offer is so important. And so when you're creating lead magnets, you've got to know how does this lead into my paid offer, right? So how do they get from lead magnet to offer? Like, does my lead magnet solve one problem for them and then they're ready to go on to the next thing and boom, my offer comes in right when they need it, right? So you have to really think about like how your lead magnet leads to those paid offers. It's so important in your evergreen funnels. Okay, so now that you know how to do this, you might be realizing that, man, I really, really want to do this other thing, or I want more of this. You're in luck. Here's my offer name. So link this email to the sales page or the discovery call with you, however it works, and just share all about it. Doors are open now. I really totally cannot recommend enough in this pitch sequence that you have some kind of bonus or like special that expires, right? And it creates urgency. But it has to be real. So I'll give you an example. In my Evergreen funnel, I have a $50 off coupon for a membership, and it expires in like 4 days or whatever. And in my sequence, it's very, very clear that, hey, yeah, this is an Evergreen membership that's always open. I mean, but they have a special coupon code only in that funnel for $50 off. And I let them know that it expires, and I can't remember if I say 72 hours or 4 days or whatever. You can get timers put in your emails and stuff like that too. That's really simple to do. But so really important, you have to go from, all this from my free education, and now you're ready for this other thing. Here's the offer that will get you there. Here's the special. Here's why you want to sign up right now. Here's the urgency, right? Whether that's a discount, a call with you, a special module, or piece of curriculum they get. Even though it's evergreen, put some urgency on it so that they have reason that they want to sign up for it in this funnel, okay? So, and then you're going into your pitch sequence. I always say this is emails number 7 through number 12 in your sequence. So again, that's going to depend on your offer, but every pitch sequence needs to include the card is open, right? Which we just did up there. I like to put in your why story, an email that has like why you made this offer, right? Like why this offer, why'd you make it? So it's like your bio, but not like your overarching bio you'd find on like your website or something. It's your specific, like that moment you created this offer and why, and why does that matter to your client? You need an email that shares what's included, right? So here's what's inside, here's the features, here's the modules, here's the calls. You need emails that overcome objections. So find your 2 or 3 biggest objections people have. Answer those in one per email. You need a questions FAQ email. So your top questions, you can answer all of those in one email. Like here's what top questions I'm getting right now. I also think it's really a good idea to invite people to reply back to you with their questions, or hop on a call, or just like open that door for conversation for questions they have. Client case studies and testimonials, I recommend having at least 3. I think they speak for themselves and they sell for you. So have 1 per email, really great client testimonials and case studies. And then you need that cart closing email, right? And so my cart closing emails are usually like, why this offer? Why do you need to buy it now? Best and worst case scenario of joining, because that's the things that they're weighing in their mind. And you'll have a beautiful pitch sequence and close it letting them know that this is your last chance for that urgency that you've created, whether that's a discount or a bonus, okay? I also always include, after this pitch sequence is over, in the last email, in the PS, I'll be like, PS, this is like the last email you're going to get from me in this funnel. Or, I always am really upfront, like letting people know, like, hey, you're in a funnel. I think people know, anyway. So it's just kind of conversational. Thank you for being here. Going forward, you'll hear from me once a week on XYZ topics. So kind of really closing it out. And then a few days later, like 2 or 3 days later, I'll send a thank you email and a survey. So it'll be like, hey, like, thank you for being here through this, I shared more about this program name. And you can do it 1 or 2 ways. You can just send not a plain thank you, but just a simple thank you of like, I'm so grateful you're in my funnel, or I'm so grateful you were here while I emailed you last week. And you can give them a free gift, whether that's another freebie or a free piece of content or whatever that looks like for you. Or you could also, which I think was a better use of maybe your email marketing strategy, would be to do a survey, right? If you didn't sign up for offer name, could you please take this quick survey and let me know why, to say thank you. Everyone who does this survey gets this free gift from me. And keep the survey short and sweet. I usually do like, I give them like 4 options to choose from, then they can just reply with the number. So number 1, it was not in my budget. Number 2, I wasn't sure the offer was for me. Number 3, I didn't have time for this right now. Number 4, I simply wasn't for me at this moment, but I want to sign up in the future, right? And let them reply with 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then give them some kind of thank you for replying. And that's your post-funnel survey. And after that, after they do this post-funnel survey or thank you email, then they go into your regular email list. So while they are inside of your funnel, they are not getting your other emails. If you're like launching and you're worried about that, you can turn this funnel off if you want people to join your list and jump right into your launch. But I never like overthink it. I just have my funnel going all the time. They're in there for maybe, I don't know, 10 days at the most, 10, 12 days at the most, 15 days at the most. They go through my funnel and then they're into my email list. So have them when they're in your email, in your funnel, just in there, and then getting your other emails later, okay? If you do not want to set up a big like funnel this way, you could simply deliver their lead magnet and then send this email number 2, like, hey, you downloaded my free thing. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to my list. And then after they get these 2 emails, boom, just put them on your regular news, like your regular email like segment, and start giving them your regular emails. And then when you launch, they'll go on your list. So that's another way that you can do it. It's totally up to you, and it really depends, again, on what you want to sell. I think lead magnet to funnel email sequences, again, they work really, really great for courses or courses with a coaching component, low ticket memberships, like low to mid ticket things. Like if you're selling something $97 to $497 and it's evergreen, have a funnel on it because you'll make passive sales in that funnel. Okay. And if you don't want to do that, if you just want people to download your lead magnet and join your list, send these 2 emails. You deliver the free thing. You welcome them to your list so they know who you are, and then you can just say you're on my email list. You're going to start getting my emails, okay? So it could be as simple as that as well if you don't want to do this whole funnel route. Here's some email conversion rates that I've always been taught, so that you can kind of look at. So, if you have an offer priced at this, you kind of a goal you can aim for is a 5% conversion rate on that funnel. So not in each email, in the funnel as a whole, are 5% of the people who go through the funnel buying. Then you can kind of see where you're at. If you are selling in a funnel, it's critical to have a really, really good sales page for your offer because that sales page is going to be making sales for you. So start with your sales page, write that first, and then do your emails because the sales page has to be top tier on point. And also, again, if you're selling an email, that doing these videos and that nurture sequence, I think goes such a long way. Just to add that extra level of them hearing your voice and seeing you teach and all those things before you ask for the sale. So I hope that this was helpful to you. If you guys have any questions for me, you can find me I'm on Instagram sometimes, not very much, but I do check DMs there. At Jenny Roth Copywriting. Also, I have a podcast, the Email Marketing Podcast. You can email me. I'm sure we'll put my email address here in the comments somewhere. But email is really the best way to send me your questions. And I will link a free resource for you guys in the show notes too. It's a free relationship-based email marketing strategy and template collection. So when you download that, you will get a calendar with 6 email templates in it, and it'll show you how you could rotate through those 6 emails every single month between launches and have like one of the most heart-centered, client-serving, converting email strategies in your niche just by rotating through these 6 templates between launches month after month. Every template's in a Google Doc. It's like Mad Lib prompt style. So they're really simple to use. And yeah, thank you again, Heather, for having me. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful rest of your day.
Your obvious email marketing journey does not end here. However, I'm going to link up a few things in the description down below, including Jenny's website and her podcast. I adore her. I learn so much from her every time I listen, every time I open an email, every time I read her website. I learn from her. So I hope you will go learn from her as well. Thank you so much, Jenny, for being on the channel this week, and I will see you back next week.